Hi, and welcome to At the Well with Jesus. My name is Lana, and just going to turn this down a little. I've got the music going, and I'm here today. We're on day 3 of creation. I'm just going to move the camera a little bit. All right. Sorry about that. This is not highly professional, by the way. I do this. I'll just quickly explain why I do this. And I believe there's restoration and rest when we look to God's word, and He's given us these amazing bodies in creation, in nature, to look to find out, to discover life. And so that leads us into today. It's day 3 of creation, and it's all about life starting on earth. Um, so go grab yourself a cup of tea or water. Got a glass of water here and blankets. You'll need at least a couple blankets probably today, and maybe a pillow or a cushion, and one of your decorative cushions or that. I don't think you need yoga blocks. I've got mine here, but I don't think you need them. What happens on day 3 of creation? So, and I also found this very cool for the music for today. Somebody, I don't know how they do this, but they hook up this audio device or something to plants. They hook these up, and because of the water system and the sunlight and everything, the whole photosynthesis process probably is moving through the plants, and they somehow, this thing interprets the water moving through the plants into music. And so that is our music for today's video, is this here. And it's just totally cool, and it's beautiful. So I hope you enjoy it. So we're going to start off. We're going to start today in just a relaxed restoration posture. So if you have been with me for the other videos, that posture, you can grab a restoration posture is, and then I'm going to sit up so I can read. But you get your underneath your knees, the blanket goes so that you're getting support. Slowly lay back and just spread your arms out, either straight out or at a goalpost. I just want you to be comfortable. We're going to start our breathing, and to relax your legs. Let your legs just kind of droop over top of the blanket and pillow. And we're just going to start breathing. And I just want you to notice your body, how it's feeling tonight. Any tension. And just continue that breath, breathing all the way in, feeling your breath go. Bring it all the way to the soles of your feet. And then just let it all go out your mouth. For our practice tonight, we're just going to do a slight pause as we get to the top of our inhale, as we breathed in as much as we can. Just pause, hold your breath, and then let it go. I'm just going to sit up. And we'll do this for about 5 minutes while I read. I'm just setting the timer so I don't forget. So, day 3 of creation. God said that the dry land may appear, and it was so. God called the dry land earth and called the gathering of waters seas, separating the waters above the sky, waters below the sky. And now he's completed the waters. And so he saw that it was good. And God said that bear fruit with the seed in it. And it was so. The earth brought forth vegetation, seed-bearing plants of every kind, and trees of every kind, bearing fruit with the seed in it. And God saw that this was good. I'm just going to pray. Father, help us to understand what your word is saying, who we are, through the life that you've given us, and through nature, through creating the earth and the water. So a couple things that I thought of, and I encourage you to read through and pray, and says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And God has just created all this life-bearing plants and trees, and he has, and it also says in John that Jesus was there in the beginning. In the beginning was the Word was with God, and that Jesus is the Word. And so when we think about that, and we think about him creating this life on the third day, the other connection that, because on the third day, Jesus rose to life everlasting. And it says in the Bible, there's a few different scriptures where the plant has to die so that the seed can get planted. It has to fall off of the plant into the ground so that it can grow and have life. And it just, I guess for me, I see the parallel of Jesus having to die and go into the ground, go into the grave, and the seeds for us to, for there to be life. So if you notice, we're going to come to a close with our restoration. And our next posture that we're going to move into, just slowly get yourself up, rolling over side, and just take your time, push yourself up with your hands and your arms. Push yourself up. We're going to come into child posture. But before we do that, we're following some kidney. The kidney lines is the water meridian. And all that is it's It's a line of energy that flows through our body, the meridians do. And saying the word energy might, we all have energy though. We all have a life force in us. And so that is what is flowing through our bodies. And the kidney is said in traditional Chinese medicine, it's said to be the holder of our essence, our life-giving force, because they play such an important role in our life. If you just want to stretch your feet out in front of you, I'm going to take off my fuzzy Christmas socks. And the water meridian, it starts on the soles down here at the bottom of your foot. And it follows on the inside of your leg. And it follows all the way up, kind of both sides of your pelvis or pubic area. So if we can just kind of include our ears as we're tracing the water meridian lines. So if you want to just follow with me, so starting at O there, just underneath there, you're just going to follow along the sides of the inside of your legs. And follow up into your chest. Maybe just put your hands, just trace your ears to include them after. So it's so important to listen to our body. And if you just want to continue to just slowly trace the water meridian line, and just listen as you're tracing through your body, listening to it. And what is it telling you? Does it have any aches and pains? Are you holding any emotions? Is there anything speaking to you from your body? As we go into our next posture, it's going to be child pose. And we'll just get really comfortable. Because we're going to be on our knees, and some people might have some inverted out a little. Keep it folded out, though, fold it over so you can, so it's nice and cushiony. Your big toes, you're going to bring them into like a V shape so that the big toes are touching. And then you're going to grab the pillows that you gathered. You're just going to come forward and stretching your arms out. And you're going to just relax in that posture. Just going to come forward. And bring your forehead down to your mat. I'm just going to sit up again so I can guide you a little bit through this. So as you're breathing, breathe through that water meridian line. So just on your inhale, breathe in all the way down to your feet. And exhale. And continue that breath and listen. Practice what you can hear. As you're listening, What is the furthest sound that you can hear as you're breathing? And maybe you hear something within your body. Pause the music. I think I will. And we're going to stay in child posture for 5 minutes. So I'm just setting the alarm, the timer, and it'll go off in 5 minutes. And as we're in child posture and you're listening, it's also a good posture to surrender and to focus on listening to God's quiet, gentle voice speaking to you. Just going to sit up. And as you breathe in, see if you can find more space in your spine, in the joints in between your spine, I think they're called the spongy stuff between each sponge or each disc in your spine, so that you can relax those. And your tailbone becomes closer to your toes. So kind of you're lengthening and trying to bump. It's slowly leveling out and lengthening out your spine so that it's resting, relaxed in this posture. And notice too if you're holding your tongue to the roof of your mouth, you're clenching at your jaws. I invite you to just breathe into that space and find more space to relax. Relax your neck, your shoulders. Relax all of those little spongy things between your discs. Relax your thighs, the muscles. Those are some big muscles in your legs. And so relax those. We just have 1 more minute left for silence. Okay, you can come up. Just walk your hands up. Come into your kneeling. stretch out your legs for a minute. We'll just move all of our. Put your hands behind your back. And just move your legs side to side. Just feel all of the flowing. And just notice how it feels. Again, we're stretching out legs, the inside. Our kidneys sit on either side of our spine, roughly about right here. So just, there's a good opportunity to let them relax and restore. Our next posture, so you can set that up, is we're going to do toes stretch. And that's only going to be for a couple minutes. We're gonna try and do 1 minute, and then we'll come out, and then we'll do another minute. It's a pretty intense stretch, but again, that's following the water meridian, our feet. And when we think about our feet, thinking about they're the connection to the ground most of the time, right? We're standing or walking, and so that's our roots. That's our rooting area, and so the bottom of our feet, we're going to stretch out this whole area. So what we're going to do is you're going to get your blanket because and a pillow. Like I said, it's a pretty intense stretch. But just like the plants, it's important for their roots to be healthy and connect to the ground and feel. It's also important for us to connect with our feet to the ground, of course, but to root down into the life. Throughout the Bible, there's often that parallel talking is using as a symbol of our life that he wants, the importance of that, the importance of growing our roots in good soil. And so what does that good soil look like? So I'm just getting my blanket ready. I folded it over so you can start out. If you want, I like to start out kind of in a little squat so that my toes are all curled under, but you can also kneel and then curl your toes under. But they're curled under. The toes are curled under and you're just kneeling like this on your blanket. If that is a little too intense, I think it kind of helps with the intenseness. It's not going to completely take it away, but you can bring a pillow and sit on a pillow. So, and we're going to do this for 1 minute. If you can't hold it, you can't hold it. And I'll start. So as we're in this posture, I invite you to open up your hands and just rest them on your lap. Once again, scan your body. And even though you might feel a little intense, the stretching, and scan your body and see if there's any tensing, any gripping. Just ask your body if it can relax. So when you come out, just come into a tabletop position. So your hands are on the mat, your knees are on the mat. And you can just kind of tap the top of your feet, the toes, top of your toes. Just bring a little movement back into them. Wiggle them around. Tap them out again. And if you're ready, curl those toes back under. Walk your hands back into your lap. We'll take this posture for anywhere. Just focus on your breath. Breathing in, following your breath down through your spine, bottom of your pelvis, and then letting it go. Exhaling out through your mouth. And that's our minute. All right, so we'll come back into a tabletop position. We're going to tap the top of our toes, top of our feet on the mat. Just kind of tap out all that stretching. One more posture. So this here, it's called frog posture. And it's going to be a stretch in your groin area, in your inner thighs, and the groin area. A pillow or a blanket to rest your upper body on. And then you're going to fold up a pillow to make it cushiony to kind of sit on there. And you're going to tuck that pillow underneath your pelvis, your groin. And you might need to build it up a little. You're going to be on the knees and on both legs. So you're basically making a frog pose with your legs. And then you're just going to come forward on your blanket and relax your head. You're up on your forearms on the blanket, gripping the tension. As you're in this posture for a couple more minutes, you can ask the question, is there to God?